Hello, in this video I'm going to share with you 5 great tips to help you manage your mental health while working from home. Also, if you stay around to the end, I'm going to share with you a bonus tip to help you become more productive with your time. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dean Odell and I'm a magician and mind reader, and I upload a new video every Monday, so make sure to press that subscribe button and that notification bell and you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. So for those that don't know, as well as being a magician and mind reader, I'm also a contract coordinator for a local health and social care charity. So for the last few months I've been working from home, and I wanted to share with you some top tips to help you manage your mental health while working from home. So tip number 1, set yourself a routine. So working from home is quite new to a lot of us, so we've got to navigate this way of working, and one of the best ways to do that is to treat it as any normal working day. So make sure you get up in time, make sure you shower and get dressed. I think by now we've gone past the novelty of working in our pajamas. I think getting ourselves dressed properly is a much more productive way, and it gets us into the mental state of being at work. So set yourself some work-related tasks and goals, regardless of the size and the time-sensitive nature of them. It's important for home workers because not only it gives you a time frame to sort of get these things completed, it's also important for keeping you motivated as you're working from home. Also, most importantly, with regards to setting yourself a routine every day, is to make sure when your working day ends is to stop. Make sure that you stop checking emails, and focus then on your home life and whatever you enjoy doing. So tip number 2, have a dedicated workspace. Having a dedicated workspace at home has a lot of benefits. A dedicated workspace allows you to mentally sort of get into that work mode and that mentality. It's also about minimizing your distractions that are around you and helps create a great work-life balance. So here are some quick helpful tips to creating a dedicated workspace at home. So the first one is find a location. If you have the space or even a spare room, that's the perfect place to create your workspace. However, if that's not an option for you, setting up a remote workstation in your kitchen or your dining room, it just works just as well. Organise it. So keep your workstation clean and tidy and organised. I tend to work with a lot of piles of paper everywhere, but I make sure to sort of clean them up at the end of the day so that I come into the next day sort of clean and refreshed and somewhat organised fashion. So create an environment that you want to work in. Create something that's just going to keep you motivated. It's going to be more productive for you to work. In fact, I made my own desk to fit in within how my room worked and how I needed the extra room for the computer and things like that. And yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. It's made from scaffold boards and sort of pipe work. Obviously, you don't have to build your own desk, but having something to work on like this is ideal. Make sure it's the right height and gives you enough room and space to sort of work with it. Also, get comfy. Make sure that you're comfortable in your chair. Make sure it's a good chair for you, because you're going to be sitting down working a lot of time in your chair on your desk. So being comfortable, make sure you're sat up in the right position, because it might cause you some sort of backache. So make sure you're comfy. Last one is just keep work, because working from home it may be more difficult to keep that personal life and work-life balance. So having a dedicated workspace really helps you to turn off from work. You can sort of literally either close the room and turn the lights off and come out, or you can just tidy everything away and put it to one side until the next working day. Tip 3 is have a KitKat and take a break. I'm going to take a break now. My Alice in Wonderland mug. Working from home can make us feel like we have to be available all of the time. However, that's no use to anyone if our mental health is suffering. Making time for breaks is important. It helps us to manage the stress of working, as well as giving ourselves a regular lunch break, and making sure we're giving ourselves screen breaks as well for those that work a lot with computers. So also give yourself some work break tasks. So a break from a particular task can help you then sort of concentrate on it more when you return to it. Even for just 5-10 minutes, each hour can really help your productivity. Also, working from home means that you might be spending a lot more time, without moving, sat at a desk or at a computer screen. So if you're feeling a little bit stiff or tense, make sure to sort of stretch or exercise even, for maybe just a little bit of a walk. I do suggest not walking back and forwards from the fridge, which I did find myself doing at the beginning of lockdown, and the temptation was too much, but yeah, that's not exercise. Tip number 4, stay connected. So while working from home does have its benefits, it can also make you feel very isolated. So remembering that you've got sort of technology like, I've been using a lot of Zoom meetings, just catching up with people. There's Microsoft Teams as well. There's lots of different ways that you can do that. But just connect in and check out on people, because they're probably feeling the same way you are. Human interaction is really important. So make sure to schedule in any video calls. Maybe even just pick up the phone instead of emailing someone. It's really beneficial for everyone. And if you are struggling with working from home, make sure to talk to your colleagues or even your manager. Also, make sure to socialise virtually and schedule in some digital coffee morning or something where you don't necessarily talk about work, but just that usual office chatter that you might be missing. Also remember, as I said earlier, that your colleagues are probably feeling the same way as you are, so make sure to schedule in those video chats, pick up the telephone, and support each other. So tip number 5, look after yourself. Remember, this is an unusual situation and things will feel different. Be kind to yourself, be realistic with what you can achieve, and most importantly, relax when work is done. And get outside, get outdoors, get some fresh air. That's that can really boost your mental health, your productivity, and just your overall well-being. Here's my bonus tip, and that's to utilise your old commute time. So use that time that you would usually be driving or walking, cycling, and travelling to work, and utilise that time as best you can. So that may be you might want to learn a new skill. So the previous video I talked about the benefits of learning to juggle. So you could learn to juggle in that time that you've got. You could read that book that you've been meaning to read for months and months. And you can also learn, use that time for your hobbies. One of the ways I like to utilise my commute time is to listen to an Audible book. And I find these great use of my time when commuting to work. And it's also given me the opportunity to read a lot or listen to a lot of books that I wouldn't have had the time to read. So I've partnered up with Audible to give you a free 30-day trial, and the link for that is in the description below. It is an affiliation link, so I do get a little bit come back. If you do decide to sign up to that trial, I think it's well worth it. In fact, the Sherlock Holmes stories, if you're into that kind of thing, is Stephen Fry reading it firstly, but it's also about 70 hours worth of content for free. So yeah, make sure to get on that and utilise that. Listening to books, especially when you can listen to the actual author that wrote the book, is also another interesting experience, and it utilises that commute time much better. And you learning new skills, or even just reading a new novel, it's a great way to experience that. So whatever you're doing with your commute time, make the most of it, utilise it, and enjoy it. So those are my top tips for managing your mental health while working from home. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found them really useful. I'm really interested in your experiences of working from home and how you're sort of coping. And if there's any tips that you've got that you'd like to share with others, make sure to pop those in the comments down below. And as always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, press that subscribe button and the notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.